Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Anida Bandu and thank you very much for coming along here today. I hope my presentation is going to take too long and you will find it interesting. The purpose of today's presentation is to discuss article and I have and review. Now, let me begin by explaining that I'd like to provide information about the article, and secondly, I want to highlight important focus of the article. I'd be very happy to invite you to ask questions at the end of the session, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for us to sum up the points of the article. Let's go through to the first part. Like the picture we see above, article is an analysis student speaking anxiety in academic speaking class. The journal name is ELTR Journal and the authors is Mafia Eva Damayanti et al. The next slide is background to according Irshad and Nerios 2013. Speaking is a verbal communications and which is utilized by individuals on their social relations. Through speaking, individuals can express their opinions, thoughts, and emotions to other people. Academic speaking class is a class that offers skills and linguistic knowledge performing in various formal academic contexts. Student Handbook 2017. Okay, the next slide is literature review. There are 5 important points in it, such as 1. Anxiety, 2. Type of anxiety, 3. Factor of causing anxiety, 4. The between anxiety and speaking, and the last, the effect of anxiety. The first part is anxiety. Anxiety is the subject feeling of tensions, apprehensions, nervousness, and worry associated with arousal of the autonomic nervous system. Harris and Cobb, 1986, page 225. Second, type of anxiety. Regarding classification of foreign language anxiety, the type of anxiety introduction by Michael Tyre et al. 1991. There are 3 types of anxiety. First is trait anxiety, and second is stage anxiety. 3 parts. Factor causing anxiety. Factor causing anxiety, Horwitz et al. 1986 claim influence anxiety affecting factor 1. Apprehension to verbal communication, 2. Test anxiety, 3. And fear negative of evaluations. 4. The relationship between anxiety and speaking. Class Michael Tyre and Gardner 1991 is show students who have anxiety in class are less likely to answer to questions of the teacher and the participants speaking classroom of activities. 5. The effect of anxiety. Bailey and Daly 1999. The foreign language anxiety, the effect of negative of the students and learning in general. Next slide is methodology. The methodology research. 1. context of the study. The research conducted the study English Language Education Program ELEP Private University Indonesia focusing on academic speaking class. Participants, there were 4 classes of the academic speaking. Each classes consists of 15 at 20 students. Data collection instrument. There's research, use questionnaire and interview. Data analysis procedure. Firstly, after the data complete from the questionnaire, the data was read rapidly and interpreted. The same thing will be done for the interview. All of the interview data were transcribed. The research used initial to refer the data. After that, the research classified whether the students were experienced about the communication apprehensions, test anxiety, or fear of negative evaluations as mentioned by Harvard and Cobb 1986. Okay, the next slide is finding and discussion. There are 4 important points in it, such as 1. Communication apprehension. 2. Nervousness in speaking class. 3. Test anxiety. 4. Fear negative evaluations. Okay, the communication apprehension consists 2 parts. First, ensuring and speaking foreign language, and 2. Feeling pregnant for not understanding English materials. Ensuring in speaking foreign language. Most of the experts argued that they were ensured to speak English because of an adequate speaking skill that they said. Similar findings can be found in Liu 2007 research. And 2. Feeling pregnant for not understanding English material. The second factor of anxiety was students' fear in they did not understand this material because of what the teacher said in the foreign language. And then the next slide. Be nervousness in speaking class. Feeling afraid for not understanding the sentence. The last factor of anxiety in communication apprehension was the students were afraid when they did not understanding every word that their teachers were saying. Okay, next, test anxiety. First, getting panic to speak without preparation. The first factor of anxiety, test anxiety, was the students getting panic to speak in speaking class without preparations. 2. Self-consciousness. To speak in front of the other students. The second factor in this test anxiety was students' self-consciousness. 3. Getting nervous and confusion in speaking. The third factor of anxiety was the student got nervousness and confused when speaking in the target language. Okay, the next slide is fear of negative evaluations. There are 3 important points, such as 1. Thinking that other students have better skill in speaking English. 2. Worried about getting left behind. And 3. Feeling afraid of being ashamed when speaking English. Okay, the last part is conclusions. The research was focused on the factor that made students feel anxiety when speaking or having to speak English in the classroom. Based on the research, it was found that my students suffered from anxiety in front of others. The findings showed that the students' anxiety foreign language class was caused by 3 main factors anxiety. It was communication apprehensions, test anxiety factors, and then fear of negative evaluations factor. Student anxiety comes from many causes. It may come from themselves and also their environment, like their teacher and classmate. That's all my presentation, and thank you very much. See you next time.